Once upon a time, after the last petal of the enchanted rose had fallen and true love had broken the curse, Belle and Prince Adam, once the beast, lived happily in the grand castle at the edge of the village. The castle was full of laughter, music, and of course books. Belle had taken great care to restore the royal library. She spent hours each day reading, organizing shelves, and sharing stories with the castle's enchanted friends, Lumiere, Cogsworth, Mrs. Potts, and Chip. But over time, Belle began to long for something more. Not adventure like before, but something new stories, new ideas, something completely unexplored. One misty morning, while exploring the highest tower of the castle, a part she had never visited, Belle stumbled across an old wooden door with ivy crawling across it. A faded inscription above read, "Words untold and worlds unseen await those who dare to dream." Intrigued, Belle opened the creaky door. Inside, a narrow spiral staircase spiraled downward into the darkness. Grabbing a lantern and her satchel, Belle descended slowly. At the bottom was a long stone hallway, which ended at a golden archway covered in glowing vines. With one gentle touch, the vines slid away, revealing a hidden chamber glowing with soft light. Belle gasped. It was a secret library, but not like any she had ever seen. Each book shimmered with color. Some floated in midair, others whispered softly. A crystal chandelier hung above, gently humming a melody. In the center of the room stood a large bookstand with a glowing book resting on it. A talking owl with silver feathers and wise eyes fluttered down. "Welcome, Belle," they all said kindly. "I am Archivus, keeper of the enchanted library. You are the first to discover this place in over 100 years. Belle's eyes sparkled. "What is this place?" "It is a library of living stories," Archivus replied. "Each book here is not just to be read, it can be entered. The tales come alive, and you can become part of the story. But beware, once you begin a story, you must complete it before nightfall in that world, or it will continue without you and may never find its ending." Belle was breathless. "May I try?" Archivus nodded and offered her a glowing book titled The Forest of Forgotten Wishes. As Belle opened the book, golden light poured out. The pages turned by themselves, faster and faster, until she was swept up into the wind and light. Then everything went silent. Belle found herself standing in a quiet forest where the trees glowed silver and the wind whispered secrets. A soft path of glowing moss led deeper into the woods. Suddenly, a girl with leaf green hair and sparkling eyes appeared. "You're here," the girl said. "You're the wish seeker." "Wish seeker?" Belle asked. The girl introduced herself as Nella, a forest sprite. She explained that the Forest of Forgotten Wishes was where the wishes people made but forgot about came to rest. "Some are small, like wishing for a snowflake in summer," she said. "Others are big wishes for hope, or love, or a second chance." But something was wrong. The central tree of the forest, the wish root, had stopped glowing. Without its light, forgotten wishes would be lost forever, and so would the hope they once carried. "I need to help," Belle said. Together, Belle and Nella traveled through the forest. They crossed rivers that sang lullabies, climbed talking trees, and followed starlight trails. Along the way, Belle helped creatures who had once been someone's forgotten wish. A clockwork bird that wanted to fly, a paintbrush that dreamed of painting the sky, and a lion who once wished to be brave. With each act of kindness, the forest brightened, and Belle felt her heart grow lighter. Finally, they reached the wisher tree. It was covered in shadow, its light hidden inside a dark crystal cage guarded by a creature of sorrow, the Wishing Wraith. The wraith was made of mist and memory, and spoke in 1,000 voices. "I was once a wish too," it said, "but I was forgotten, left behind. So I took the light, so no one would wish again." Belle stepped forward, unafraid. "Even forgotten wishes matter. You matter." The wraith trembled. "You, remember me." "I may not know what wish you were," Belle said gently, "but I believe you were made from love and hope. And I believe you can choose to shine again." Belle took Nella's hand. and together they placed a glowing feather, a gift from the clockwork bird, into the crystal cage. It shimmered, then cracked, and the light burst forth, flooding the forest in golden rays. The wraith let out a soft cry and turned into a single glowing star, which floated into the sky and joined the others. The wisher tree sparkled once again. The forest sang. Forgotten wishes found their way back into hearts, and hope returned to the magical woods. As the sky in the story world turned orange with the setting sun, Belle felt a soft pull. She hugged Nella tightly. "Thank you, Belle," Nella whispered. "You reminded us that every wish matters." With a smile and a swirl of golden light, Belle returned to the enchanted library. Archivus was waiting. "You finished your story with kindness," he said. "That is the most powerful ending of all." Belle spent the rest of the day writing about her adventure and placing a small feather from the story world onto her bookshelf. She knew there were many more books in the enchanted library and many more adventures waiting. But she also knew something else. The magic of stories wasn't just in their words, it was in the courage to live them. And so Belle's greatest adventures were only just beginning.